What is going on, guys? We are here with week 5 versus Rodney. So looking at his team, he has the Dracovish, Toxapex, Ditto, Noivern, Howlucha, and Arcanine. So a lot of what I expected. Kind of glad I don't see Tyranitar. That thing is a hassle to deal with. Also no Excadrill, which I'm very happy I don't see. Actually, see, the problem here is, what do I want to start off with? I think I want to lead off with the Decidueye. Or do I lead... so he may not even have Defog. He might have Defog on the Noivern. Um... Hmm. So here's the Dracovish, which is definitely very scary. But I guess we'll find out right now if this thing's Scarf, depending on who outspeeds. Because I am myself scarfed and he's scarfed, unless he's running some weird set. If he's scarfed, he should outspeed me. And then I can go into Vaporeon and see exactly what kind of damage he does to me. So actually, hold on one second. If he is scarfed, Decidueye versus Dracovish. Scarf, Crunch doesn't quite kill, but that does a lot. I think seeing that it does not kill, I feel pretty safe staying in and going for the U-turn. What does Leaf Blade do to him? Not enough to warrant. So we do outspeed, so this thing is probably banded. Crunch 26% to Vaporeon. Let us do those calcs. Crunch 26%, so that does not look like it's banded. So he's not banded. We don't see a life orb. So actually I think I want to go into Mew here. So he might be Adamant Scarf. If he's Adamant Scarf, then we would outspeed with Decidueye. Adamant Smarf. Hello. Adamant Scarf could definitely be a thing. Also very happy not to see Slurpuff, because that thing is annoying to deal with. Let's see here. Yeah, there's the Toxapex. So I am not offensive at all, but I imagine he doesn't want to stay in. Physically defensive, Zenhead, but does a decent amount actually, even not invested. So I think I just want to start setting up spikes. I don't think he wants to stay in here. He doesn't want to take a psychic move. His switch in. Oh, he does stay in. He goes for the Scald. He does get a burn, which is really unfortunate. As I don't have Heal Bell, and I am obviously right here a physical Mew. But at least we nullify his Black Sludge recovery. I think I just want to set up another layer of spikes. And here, I don't think he wants to set up another. What does EQ from him on top do? It's a 2-hit KO. So if he doesn't go, I don't have a lot that breaks through Toxapex, which is not fun. And unfortunately, I don't have Rapid Spin, so if he wants to start setting up Toxic Spikes, then I have to defog. I do have the Heavy Duty Boots and that would speed everything on this team, though, so... actually getting webs up is going to be pretty huge in this fight, especially if that Dracovish is Scarfed. Nullifying that Scarf boost is huge. What do I want to do here? What does Earthquake from Beware do? I really wish I had Heal Bell. Heal Bell would have been fantastic. Yeah, shoot. All of my offensive mons are physical, which means and without Heal Bell, Scald Burns are no fun. So let's go for a Zen Headbutt. I want to see what kind. 20%. That seems to be. That speaks to be especially defensive for me. So back to Mew. And I am burned. Zen Headbutt to a physically defensive Mew does a maximum of 18%. And if it's Calm... Yeah, so that could be a min-roll... mid-roll special defensive, or somewhat mixed. He doesn't have a whole lot of hazards, and the fact that he's not going for Toxic Spikes speaks to me that he doesn't have that on his Toxapex. So taking the knockoff with Heavy Duty Boots isn't a huge deal. I'm just going to go for another Zen Headbutt. 23%, so it does seem to be max specially defensive for me on him. How much is knockoff doing? 5.5% plus bird. I'm going to go for Roost. It's weird that he's just straight staying in here. Like, what is he? Is he waiting for me to switch to get... I mean... I might as well just set up my third layer of spikes. So I think that is his play, is that he's just waiting for me to switch so that he can get the knockoff on something. As nothing really wants to lose an item. Okay, so here's the Arcanine. And I'm interested to see what this Arcanine wants to do. And I don't have a whole lot of switch-ins. And I have my spikes up. Do I really need Mew? Mew's still a decent check to Howlucha. I'm just gonna Roost. I don't think this Arcanine can do much to me. Yeah. So I might as well get some chip damage on this thing. It does have the heavy duty boots to keep that in mind, so it won't be affected by obviously the spikes or the sticky webs. Having it be special with the flamethrower instead of Flare Blitz is definitely smart because of the Beware, so I got to keep that in mind as well. Actually, let's do some quick calcs. So it did 26.3%. Flamethrower. So that seems to be defensive. Just right in the middle of the line of 0 special attack investment. So it could be physically offensive with just Flamethrower in addition. But that wouldn't make much sense, I don't think. So I think it's a defensive Arcanine, which we will know for sure once we see this and headbutt damage. Uh, 7% teleport. Interesting. So Zen Headbutt with Impish. Oh, I also have the Intimidate up. Yeah, he intimidated me. Yeah, so that looks to be max physically defensive Arcanine. Good to know. Dracovish, here it is. So him being faster than me won't tell me much because I don't have any speed investment, so we won't necessarily know for sure if he's scarfed or not. But we know he's not banded, which means Vaporeon does not get 2-hit KO'd by this thing, so I'm totally fine with swapping into it. Bum, 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 bum. I always like fighting Rodney because I get plenty of time between moves. The fact that he's taking so long, I am inclined to think that this Dracovish is adamant scarfed. As he thinks about what move to lock himself into. Alright, so he's definitely locked into Outrage. So I could just hard switch into Ribombee here. But I don't like Mew being this low. Or I don't like Vaporeon being this low. I really want to get the sticky webs up, though. See, the problem is I don't know if this thing is actually scarfed or not. If it is scarfed, then I get a free switch into Ribombee and get webs up, because then I'm immune to the Outrage. If he's not scarfed, then he can just straight wreck me as I get the webs up. I don't like Vaporeon being this low, so I'm just going to protect. He gets confused. I'm going to go for the Wish. Even a crit should not take me out. Should not. There's a Toxapex. So Scald, Knockoff, Recover, Protect probably. Or Baneful Bunker. This Toxapex is really a problem. I want to Protect. Yeah, as it goes for the Toxic. So now I just swap back out into Mew. And we get back into this game. There's a knockoff. I really want to get these sticky webs up, but I'm going to go for the Zen Headbutt. Yeah, Toxapex does win this face-off in the end. So I need to time it on a turn that he goes for Recover or switches into Ditto. So now's the time to go into Rabombi. He's probably going to start setting up his own spikes. I could also go into Beware and just absolutely ruin something stay. No, I need the webs up. What is a min speed Arcanine? 230. Yeah, I need webs up. Actually, I could go into Decidueye and potentially trap this thing. Or actually just straight up trap something. Do I want to go for Spirit Shackle? Wait, hold on. How fast is Mew? 236, 254. So Decidueye does outspeed. And he doesn't want to take a Spirit Shackle. How much does Spirit Shackle do to Arcanine? Probably not a lot. Yeah, not a whole lot. Yep, Rossi's right. I didn't nickname... Wait. I totally did, though. I thought I did. Could have sworn I gave the nicknames, because Hitmontop is... Yeah, Hitmontop is Let It Rip in here rather than the, like, custom set. So I think that's just a glitch on Smogon's part, that it doesn't... Not showing those names. Anyways. I think he's absolutely going into Arcanine here. But there we go. Yep, Ditto's gone. All right, I'm super glad I went for the Spirit Shackle. And then, so yeah, I definitely need to go into. So I need to go into Rabombi on the Toxapex. I can go for the defog, and then get up my webs. All right, so I'm super glad Dill's gone. That means I can set up SDs with Beware whenever I want. I can, yeah. That Ditto is no more. I don't know why he's taking so long. He only has one option. He can't switch because of Spirit Shackle, unless he's for some reason not scarfed, but what's that? That item that allows you to switch no matter what. I forget what it is. Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, so there we go. Mew's gone, or Ditto's gone. He probably goes into Arcanine here. And from Arcanine I go into Vaporeon. If he goes into well, let's see what he goes into. But I think his play is 100% Arcanine. Because it threatens me with a Flamethrower. What does Flamethrower do to me? More than I do to it. Goodness, even uninvested, that does a lot. And I have decent special defense too. Excuse me. Actually, I don't think I need the spikes anymore, because Dracovish is weakened to the point where I need it to be. Toxapex obviously has Regenerators, annoying, and the other three of his mons are immune to the spikes anyways. So I can safely get off a defog and then get my own webs without worrying too much. Yeah, that was a misplay on his part, staying in and going for that second layer of spikes. He absolutely should have swapped out into Arcanine. Unless he totally forgot Spirit Shackle was a thing. If he goes into Dracovish or Noivern or Howlucha, I think I'm just going to stay in. Because I would love some chip damage on those things. Because, alright, yeah, there's the Arcanine. So here we go into Vaporeon. If he has Toxic, that's annoying. Actually, do I want to go into Mew for that reason? Mew is still nice for Howlucha, but I have other things for that, as long as I don't let it set up in a Sword Stance. Flamethrower, Teleport, Morning Sun most likely, and Toxic or Roar. Probably either Toxic or Roar. I need these webs up. Because once webs are up, both Beware and Hitmontop start putting in a lot of work. Unfortunately, Hitmontop is kind of shut down by Noivern. Decisions. Yeah, I think I'm going to go into Mew. I have other options for Hawlucha. And obviously I'm Burm, so I'm not doing too much to it anyways. So Mew's going down here, which is fine. What does Hitmontop? Earthquake does 2-hit KO the Arcanine. But then I'm locked into Earthquake, and he can easily go into Noivern or Hawlucha, and Hawlucha gets a free SD. So I think I'm going into Vaporeon. I'm just going for a Scald. And I hope that he goes into Toxapex, because that means free switch into Ribombee and to get the defog. And then hopefully get out my webs. Come on, Rodney, I gotta pee. There's the Toxapex. Alright. So now we can go into Ribombee, get the defog off, because the spikes are definitely hurting me more than they're hurting him. And cross my fingers that he stays in. Please just stay in and go for a Scald or something. I would love that so much. Alright, here's the Arcanine. Let's go for another Scald. And if he goes in Toxapex, it's right back out into the B. There it is. Out into Toxapex. Even the play of like it predicting Ribombee and going into Arcanine or something. Yep. So he does have the Toxic. I don't know why he didn't go for that before. So we finally got our whips up, which is going to be huge in the long run. Let's go for a wish. Looking at this, actually, so how much does Bullet Punch do to Noivern? Bullet Punch, not enough. It does do enough to put it in range of a Moonblast, though. I mean, it only needs like 10% damage to be in range of Moonblast. There's the Noivern. So I don't think Noivern can... Well, obviously with a Hurricane. Or even a Draco Meteor. But Hitmontop has decent natural special defense, and it's probably the least useful member on my team at the moment. So I think it's useful to go into it to see what this Noivern is running. Alright, so that is definitely Specs Boomburst. Yeah. That's even modest. Yep. So I just go for the Bullet Punch here. Actually, no. I go into Decidueye. Because he is locked into Boomburst and can do nothing to me. And I just go for U-turn here. Shoot, I've... Heavy duty boots, being immune to freaking webs is frustrating. So I go into Vaporeon. He doesn't stay in. He doesn't stay in, he goes into Toxapex. For Toxapex, I go into Hitmontop. And now I go for the Earthquake. I don't want to give Noivern a free switch in, though. He doesn't know I'm banded, though. He has no reason to think I'm banded. How much does Earthquake do? We found Toxapex was especially defensive, right? And Arcanine is the physically defensive one, so we go for Earthquake. And I'd love for him to go for knockoff. I'd love to get rid of this choice band. He goes into the Arcanine. And he is definitely going to teleport. Actually, he might Morning Sun. Either way, I think I go... So he doesn't go for the flamethrower. He goes either for the Morning Sun or the teleport. So I go into Decidueye. If he does happen to go for the flamethrower, I do at least live it. But I think he has to go for the Morning Sun here. He can't... no, yeah, he's 100% going for the Morning Sun. Yeah. So I go into Decidueye. Decidueye doesn't give me anything, because then he can just stay in and go for another flamethrower. Alright, so we catch him. I think I just want to go for a Spirit Shackle. I'm totally fine with sacking the Decidueye. Am I, though? Now, well, no, because Dracovish has webs now, so now everything, I think, outspeeds it. Not everything. Revombi outspeeds it. Everything to one thing outspeeds it. It's also... Decidueye is also really nice for the Hawlucha. But I think I have answers to Hawlucha, so I'm going to go for the Spirit Shackle. Or I could go for the Tailwind. If I think he's going to kill me, I go for the Tailwind. So that I can go into Beware. This is difficult decisions. What does it do to Vaporeon? He's modest. Modest Noivern to Decidueye. Pretty much kills. Though not necessarily. See, so if he kills me, I want to go for Tailwind. If he doesn't kill me, then Tailwind is wasted. Alright, so now he's locked into the Dark Pulse. And he's trapped in... How much does Dark Pulse do to Beware? Not a lot. Not a lot at all. And to hit him on top, it would be even less. Gosh, I wish I had Stealth Rocks. And unfortunately, I got a Mineral with Spirit Shackle, which means I will not kill short of a crit. So I could go into Hitmontop. No, I'm going into Boer. And I go straight for a double edge. Something is dying here. Unless we get flinched to death again. Yeah, I'm pretty sure absolutely nothing. Toxapex can take a double edge, but it's not going to take the follow up. And now I do have a switch into Decidueye to get the Tailwind up, because I'm at pretty much the HP where anything will kill me. Come on, give me something. Something is freaking dying here. And what is it? Let's just double check to make sure how Lucha doesn't, for some reason. Yeah, no, how Lucha, unless he's really defensive. Yeah, so he's basically making the decision of what goes down. And honestly, probably Arcanine. It's practically dead anyways. Yeah. And now he goes out into something or other. I don't want to let this thing set up. I'm just going to go for a double edge. So there's a Citrus Berry. That's problematic. Actually, looking back, I should not have gone for the double edge. I should have gone for the close combat. So there's acrobatics. So Howlucha at +2. What does Vaporeon take? Vaporeon is not killed. And does kill in return. However, that's a lot of damage I'm taking. For the Hitmontop, probably not killing. Bullet Punch does a maximum, yeah. So switch, the play is Vaporeon. And I should live. Nope. Yeah, even a sky attack, I would live. Come on. Come on. Yep, there it is. Okay. And pretty much, okay, so slight problem, slight issue. What does Toxapex take from Decidueye? Especially defensive. Not a lot. Almost nothing. From Hitmontop, Earthquake goes to a KO. Problem, if he gets a Skull Burn on Hitmontop, I think Toxapex can stall me out. Fortunately, his last two mons are choiced, so I can just go for the Protect to see what they want to lock themselves into. So yeah, I can go for the Protect, see what it wants to lock itself into. I think it locks itself into the Flying move. And I sack Vaporeon here. But if it wants to lock itself into anything else, then I have my switch-ins. Goes for the Dragon Pulse. Which gives me a free switch into Ribombee. I have revealed the Earthquake. So I just go for the U-turn here. I go into Hitmontop. So he knows I have the EQ. And he knows that he has to preserve the Toxapex. So he goes into Noivern. Right? How much does Bullet Punch do? To Noivern. Bullet Punch is to a KO. He can't stand with Toxapex. He straight up can't, because then he loses Toxapex, and I win. Because he has no switch-ins to Ribombee. So he has to go into Noivern, because Dracovish isn't taking an Earthquake either. If he stays in and goes for Scald and gets the burned, we are in a rough situation. Because Hitmontop is currently the only thing that can take down Toxapex. Damn it. Alright, he goes for the Toxic. Shoot. I was really baking and I'm switching into Noivern. Toxapex is just so fucking annoying, man. I hate this thing. And if only I'd gotten the Tailwind up. So how do I win this? He knows he can stay in with Toxapex. So he's either going for the knockoff or for the Toxic again. I am in Overgrow range. That's actually rather pertinent. Decidueye. Men in Tights, I'm in Overgrow, and I am at 14% HP. To especially defensive. Actually, does it? Yeah, it does factor in Overgrow. So even with Overgrow, it's not a 2 KO. Or barely a chance to 2 KO. How much does knockoff do to me? A lot. Too much. Gosh, why did he stay in? I really wish I still had spikes up. Yeah, thank goodness I didn't go for the so I want to chip this thing down to the point where Leaf Blade will kill it. Alright, so now we go into Decidueye and go for Leaf Blade. That's... This game is just coming down to predicts and 50-50s. Yeah, so I go for a Leaf Blade. If he does go into Noivern, I'm screwed. Thank God. Okay. So what does Moonblast do? I actually should have covered that beforehand. Moonblast is 11%. So I go into Urbombi, and I go for the Moonblast. He has to switch out. If he doesn't, he loses. So he sacks the Dracovish and goes back into Toxapex. Come on, dude. Sack your Toxapex, please. I would love you forever. If Hitmontop wasn't banded, this would be a completely different story. But the fact I have to either lock myself into Bullet Punch or Earthquake is rough. Stay in, dude. Please, just let this fight end. Please. Just stay in or go into Dracovish. Just like those are your options, dude. He's, oh my goodness, he sacked it. Why? I win. Because he's totally specs and I outspeed. Oh my goodness, that was not, I mean, I'm so glad he did, but that was not his play. Unless, like, I'm just an idiot and he is actually scarfed. So, why did he sack the Toxapex? Did he not think I was offensive? But even then, you don't take that risk, dude. Like, that was your win con. You needed the Toxapex. You absolutely 100% of the time switch on and get the Regenerator. Thank fuck. 55 turns. Dude, this video is almost an hour. Like, it is an hour right now. Oh my god. So if he had saved the Toxapex and sacked the Dracovish, which he, like, absolutely, that's what he should have done. So he sacks the Dracovish, goes back into Toxapex. I go into the Hitmontop, and then it just becomes another 50-50. Do I go for Earthquake or do I go for Bullet Punch? Like, the end there, once he saved the Toxapex, which he should have done, I don't know why he let it go. Like, Dracovish wasn't doing anything else that match. Um, so, like, even if you didn't think I was offensive, you don't risk the crit, you just sack the Dracovish. But, so at the end there, it literally just would have come to 50-50s of who got the momentum and when. But yeah, thanks if you actually stayed this long and watched the entire fight. Thanks for watching. This was probably a super boring match. If you just clicked forward to the end here, fuck you. I hope you die.